Hi guys, OB Dave here. It is custard week. I've decided to go for custard filled donuts, and I'm going to put some chocolate on top and some sprinkles and stuff. Try and make it look really cool. I went for donuts because I was thinking, based off the churros, they went alright. I think it's a similar method, but we'll find out. So yeah, let's get into it. Right then, I've got my instructions here. So we need 500 grams of strong white bread flour sieved into a bowl. Doesn't give me a lot with the instructions, it just says add all of the dough ingredients into a bowl at the same time and mix it. So should be alright. 15 grams of fresh yeast. Go in there. We've got 60 grams of golden castor sugar. Bang it in there. And then we're going to mix all that up. 150 ml of water. So we will go in. It doesn't seem like a lot, but I guess it'll probably go quite far. 4 eggs. Yep, whole eggs, I guess. Egg number 2. Egg number 3. Egg number 4. Mix on a medium speed for 8 minutes. Or use elbow grease. Oh, it's very wet. Go, you bastard. Right, I'd say that's nicely mixed up. Now I've got to leave it for a minute. Right then, 125 grams of butter softened. Now I have melted it a bit too much, so I don't know if there's going to be an issue with the heat. I feel like I'm going to have to get stuck in with my hands with this, because otherwise it's just going to take forever to mix. Right then, I'm pretty happy with that. It looks smooth. It's really stringy and elasticy, so cover the bowl with cling film or a tea towel and leave to prove until it is doubled in size. There we go, so I'm going to leave that for, I don't know, a couple of hours. What are we on now? 8 o'clock. I'll leave it for a couple of hours and then we will come back to it, and then it'll be, I presume, deep fry time, and then make the custard. It does say leave it overnight, but I'm just going to leave it for a couple of hours, so I'll catch you again soon. Right, we're back. Phoebe needed a cup of tea. Right, so 500 ml of full fat milk goes into a pan. I don't have vanilla pods, so I'm going to use a teaspoon of vanilla. And then bring it very slowly to the boil to infuse the vanilla. Meanwhile, put egg yolks and 125 grams of caster sugar in a bowl. 125 grams of caster sugar in a bowl. That on a low heat. Egg yolks and 125 grams of sugar in a bowl and mix together for a few seconds. Then add the flour, 80 grams of plain flour. Slowly bring the milk to the boil with the vanilla. Then put 6 egg yolks. That is 6 egg yolks, and mix together for a few seconds, then add the flour and mix again. Now I just need to go and stir my milk, bring it to the boil, pour it into that for about 10 minutes until very thick. Right then, milk brought almost to the boil, going into the sugar. Then return the mixture to the saucepan, cook over a medium heat, whisking constantly for about 10 minutes until very thick. Right. I am going to put this back in the pan and try and thicken it up, but I'm not going to be able to film that bit, so I'll join you again in a second where hopefully it's thickened up a bit. Right then, custard is thickened up. It's looking pretty good. I don't know how thick I need to go because it says very thick. So I need to put it in something else and then leave it to cool. I need to put it in something that I'm going to be able to get it back out of to get it into the piping bag. So that's why I'm using this cup. So it's very thick. Right now I need to let that cool, then chill it in the fridge. Once it is chilled, then I need to put 200 ml of cream in it, 2 tablespoons of sugar into that. I've run out of whisks, so I'm going to use one of the kids' little plastic forks. I don't think the oil is hot enough yet, but we shall see. Right, I'm going to voice over this bit to save you the pain. I deep fried all of them in a wok full of oil. I burnt the outside and they were raw in the middle when I ripped them open to have a look. And I was absolutely devastated, but I don't think it's worth you guys seeing every last little bit. So I'm going to skip ahead a little bit and you'll be able to see the actual donuts on the cooling rack. Right, it's a disaster. So I'm just going to put some custard on top of these and it just is what it is. I'm gutted. They're alright. I may end up with 2 actual donuts.
Hi guys, African Ash here. It is custard week of our Couples Bakeoff and I have opted to do custard cookie cups, and let's get started. Apron first. Okay guys, so the first part of our instructions for our vanilla custard cookie cups: 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, or plain flour as it's called over here in the UK. Half a teaspoon of, now it's called baking soda in America. Over here we have bicarbonate of soda. So it's half a teaspoon of bicarbonate, a teaspoon of salt, and to whoever in the comments, I can't remember the person who it was, but thank you for telling me that the top of my grinder is to collect this, obviously the grind. So I have done that. So here is my teaspoon of salt. Okay, so we obviously have our flour, baking soda, and salt, or bicarbonate of soda as it's known in the UK. And we're going to whisk that together and set aside. We've set our oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 176 point something degrees Celsius. Now that that is whisked together, put it to one side and then beat the butter and sugar on a medium high until pale and fluffy. So we need 1 cup of unsalted butter and 1.5 cups of granulated sugar. And we need to beat that together until pale and fluffy. Okay, so I've added the 2 eggs and the vanilla extract, and it says now to mix on a low speed until combined. So that is all combined together, and the next part is to combine it with our flour, baking soda, or obviously bicarbonate of soda, salt. So let's do that. Okay, so that is all of my butter and obviously sugar, flour, eggs and vanilla, it all mixed together, and I've got a nice batter ready to go. And it says to use a cookie scoop. I don't have a cookie scoop, so I'm just going to use a tablespoon. It says that is basically 3 tablespoons. Scoop the dough into some muffin tins and press down lightly. I am going to grease my muffin tin first so they don't stick. So let's do that first. Okay, so I have just used butter to grease my muffin tin, and I am going to start scooping in my mixture and flattening in. So let's get doing that. So I struggled a little bit getting the shape of the cookie cups. The instructions don't really make any sense, so I've just kind of winged it. I think they look okay. Right, let's get those into the oven and start on the custard. Okay, the next bit is making the custard. So we need to add 3 cups of milk and a teaspoon of vanilla bean paste into a medium saucepan and cook over high heat, stirring often until it starts to simmer and then remove from the heat. So let's get doing that. So we have our 3 cups of milk and vanilla paste in a saucepan on a high heat, and we're going to stir that occasionally until it starts to simmer as well. And in the meantime, the next part of the recipe is to whisk up 1 cup of milk and 2 egg yolks, sugar and some cornstarch. So we need 1 cup of milk, half a cup of corn flour or cornstarch, and 4 egg yolks. So I am keeping an eye on our milk and vanilla paste as it is starting to simmer now, and giving it a good mix. I think that can come off now actually. That is looking really good and it's bubbling away. So I'm going to take that off the heat, it said. Yeah. Just until it starts to simmer, then remove from the heat. Now we need to whisk 1 cup of milk, 4 egg yolks, 2/3 of a cup of cups of sugar, and half a cup of cornstarch or corn flour. Okay, so this is the next bit where it becomes a bit more complicated, and I'm a little bit nervous about this because this is making the custard obviously from the hot milk and vanilla straight into my egg mixture. So if I do it wrong, I could curdle all of my eggs, and I could just have to start all over again, which I don't have enough ingredients, which means I'd have to go out in the Manchester rain. So wish me luck. So it said to whisk, while whisking vigorously, slowly pour the hot milk into the egg mixture. Okay, so I got most of the milk and vanilla mixture all over the counter as I usually do. I think I made it too bubbly. So maybe when they said whisk, it wasn't to use an electric whisk, it was just to use my hands. But it's frothy. Maybe it's, no, I think I've messed this up. Oh well. And then it says, return the mixture to a saucepan and cook over a high heat, whisking constantly until it becomes thick and comes to a boil. Oh my God. I mean, they look like they're okay. Alexa, shut up. Okay, so it's really starting to thicken and boil now. Oh my gosh, proper thick. When do I start? I've never made custard before from scratch. I mean, it's so much easier to just go to the shop and just buy a carton of ambrosia custard. Oh, well, the fluffiness is gone, all the extra bubbles I made. Oh, that's lovely and thick. Maybe I haven't ruined this. It doesn't look like it's curdled. It's definitely boiling. I should take it off now. It's starting to smell. I really want to try it now. Should I try it? Yeah, I'm going to try it. Let me put me in a better mood. Oh, wow. Oh, I made real custard. Oh my gosh, I made real custard. Sweet. Okay, so those are the cookie cups out. A couple of them have collapsed a little bit. Again, I have no idea what I'm doing with these. I've never ever done cookie cups before, but I'm quite impressed. They look like they'll take and hold the custard. And my custard is like proper custard. I'm dead chuffed. I'm dead proud as well. So the next part of the instructions is to let the cookie cups cool, and then pipe the custard into them. It looks like a lot of custard for the cookie cups, so I guess I'm having custard for dinner. So I'm going to let those cool down, and then get back to you when I've had my own dinner and those have cooled down and ready to be piped with the custard. Okay, so everything is cooled. I've made my dinner. I am now going to attempt to pipe this custard into the cookie cups. There's a lot of custard, so we'll see how we get on. I don't know how this is going to go. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. Oh, it's come out the bottom. Oh no, that one's collapsed. Okay, so maybe it just goes around the top. I don't know. Maybe don't push it so hard through the bottom. They're not really cookie cups. I don't understand. Okay, let's just do it. That one's collapsed, so oh well. Okay. It's a lot of custard. I've definitely gone wrong somewhere with the cookie cups, but I don't know what. Either way, the custard tastes amazing. Hopefully the cookie cup does. I mean, they kind of look like the picture in the recipe. So there we go, guys. I mean, I think they're okay. They look like cookie cups, I think. That one definitely burst. We had an accident with one of them. A little bit of a hole. But the custard will set a bit more when it cools further. I mean, the custard tastes really good. I'm really chuffed. So I'm going to put them away and see Dave tomorrow for the tasting. Catch you then, guys.
Hi guys, Obi Dave here.
African Ash.
Together we're Obi Dave and African Ash signing off Custard Week. Thank God, because I need today to be over for lots and lots and lots of reasons.
It was certainly challenging. I've never made custard before. I'm impressed. I'm glad how it's turned out.
It looks good.
But
my custard's nice and it turned out well. It's just it needed longer to chill in the fridge before I piped it because it's still too liquid. It's not set properly, so it's thick and it's nice. Donuts burnt on the outside, raw in the middle. So I had to. My last 3 I've done for longer, so they will be cooked in the middle, but they're burnt. But at that point, they were going to be nice. There was going to be chocolate on and sprinkles and everything, and I've just given up.
Well, it's alright. Mine didn't really turn into cookie cups because I missed a part of the instruction where you're supposed to apparently, after the cake come out of the oven, is to then make the hole for the custard, so that's like a cupcake now.
This is the most pissed off I've been all week of this. I'm done with it. So we're going to do this and then we're going to go and watch Bake Off on TV just to rub salt in the wound. But right, so what I've done, because the kids are dying for some as well, is I've just had to halve some and fry them so like the raw side down, so they're now cooked, and then I've just poured loads of custard on top, so the custard bites.
And Oscar's already had one of my cookie custard cups. He said the custard was nice, so that's a start.
It's very heavy.
I know. Like I said, I think obviously the centre is supposed to be cut out, so it's probably very overfilling, but I mean, that's really nice. I'm quite proud of that.
The custard's great.
Mm-hmm.
It's well too much with the whole thing.
I know, I think, like I said, I was supposed to, apparently I missed that part of the instructions, I missed that.
Is it supposed to be as soft, or is it supposed to be a bit...
No, it's supposed to be soft like that.
It is, right.
It's like a soft cookie cup, but it's supposed to be a cup, so the centre is supposed to be taken out, so that's why it feels so dense, is because there was supposed to be a whole bunch taken out, and I didn't realise. Because even like you might see him in the video, I don't know how Dave's going to edit it, but... Oh, I know, my custard's great. I'm all proud of my custard.
Yeah, custard's good.
But when I got them out the oven, I was like, they don't look like cookie cups. Why don't they look like cookie cups? And I couldn't understand. And I completely just missed that one part of the instruction that you're supposed to cut the extra bit out.
Well...
So yeah, extra chunky.
I actually managed to save... There's 2 donuts that are cooked. I did 3 and I ripped one of them open to be sure. Oh, I'm leaking.
I know, I was going to say you're dripping down the bottom there.
Yeah, so over the plate and just give it a go.
Is it going to squirt in my face? Oh, it's dripping everywhere. What? It's in your beard.
Meant to be there.
I've literally just got it all over my face. What?
So did I.
Get your mind out of the
So did
gutter.
I, that's the problem.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
Never. Not while I've got custard in my moustache.
I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
The donut tastes a little sour.
It's too bready.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but I need to try the custard on its own because
There's no salt in it, because I forgot to put salt in. But other than that...
The custard's really nice.
That's just too... It's too bready.
I'm not oversold. I'm so sorry, I've got to be honest.
It's a disaster, I know it's a disaster.
I don't know what it is. It's like I mean, you've got such a nice spring in there. Like, it's a proper donut consistency. It just doesn't
The flavours just aren't good, are they?
No. Let me just try donut on its own.
They're not tasty. It's like I've missed something out.
It is, it's like you've missed something, but I don't know what
The only
you
thing
missed.
I've missed is the salt.
Maybe it's the proving time. I was worried when I said to you, doing donuts, you're going to have to start early because of the proving time.
Well, they brewed for 4 hours outside the fridge, and then overnight in the fridge, and then another hour on there.
I don't know. Maybe because we're in a cold time of the year, they've not risen that well.
They're just not very nice.
That's why people put them in proving drawers, don't they, over here?
They're just not very nice.
No, I'm so sorry. I mean, I like mine.
Yours is better. It's too dense for me, though.
I mean, look, I got it in the middle.
The custard's great.
I know.
I think, you know what the weird thing is? The hard bit of this challenge is the custard.
And I nailed the custard.
I think I've done good custard. It just needed longer to set.
Yeah. It's still very runny.
But flavour-wise, it's great.
Yeah, it is. I think so.
But vote and let us know what you think. But I'm going to give it to Ash. My vote goes for Ash this week.
Oh, we didn't announce. So I'm Star Baker of the Week again.
I don't care anymore. I hate Bakeoff. It's ridiculous.
You say this, and I got salty over the churros, so you're salty this week.
I'm salty with myself, but I'm also salty with CEX, Amazon. Who else am I salty with?
Curries.
Curry's, PC World. I'm salty with you people. Can't do it in store. Can't do it over the phone.
But when you go to speak over the phone, oh well. Typical customer service.
Who wants to video chat customer service? I don't want to see your face. Yeah, that's my day. That's my day. But yeah, I'm giving this one to Ash, and you guys should do too. But yeah, Ash is Star Baker from last week. So
I really like mine. They're really tasty.
there you go, Ash. Congratulations.
Oh, you salty boy.
I'm only joking. I'm alright, really. It's just I've got all this to clean up, and it wasn't even worth it.
I will help you clean.
Bloody donuts aren't worth the calories.
Did my instructions on the custard help though? About when it thickened?
No.
No. No.
No, it was really thick. It was thicker than that. But then I had to mix in the double cream separate afterwards, but the double cream's supposed to be mixed in once it's set in the fridge for a few hours.
Yeah.
And
That's weird.
I just didn't have the time.
That's fair.
I should have done the custard last night. I didn't realise it'd take so long.
Oh, sorry. But...
So yeah, baking's, I was going to say something that would get us in trouble there. I love baking, it's great.
My salty boy.
I
Just
forgot the
vote for
salt.
Dave because he's tried so hard.
There's no salt in there.
Just vote for Dave because he tried so hard.
Don't, it's a wasted vote. You're throwing away your vote. Cheers for that one, guys.
Thanks very much, guys.
Fingers crossed it's a better week on Bake Off. We find out tonight what it is next week.
Yes.
I was looking forward to bread week, but I don't know now.
Well, you did amazing with bread week. I was
Oh
the one
no,
that really
yeah, it's not
struggled.
bread week, sorry, yeah.
You won bread
It's
week.
going to be pastry week.
I was going to say, yeah, I don't want to do pastry week. I am nervous about pastry week.
Right, I have kids that need to go to bed, and I've got to disappoint them with some crap donuts now. So yeah. Cheers, guys. I'm depressed.
Bye, guys.